Hello Donali, Miss Woollatt here. Hope you're all very well and staying safe. We continue to miss you at school. We all miss seeing your faces and we all miss seeing each other as well as teachers and members of staff. So hang on in there if you're missing us. Hopefully it won't be too long. We definitely miss you. Anyway, I'm just going to talk to you briefly about kindness. So this week we are setting you an extra challenge at home. It's not really a challenge, it's an opportunity just to talk things through as a family, perhaps around the table with a cup of tea if you're an adult and a glass of water or something lovely if you're a child. Perhaps around the dinner table. But it's just an opportunity to think about how kindness works for you individually and as a family. It's something that I'm having to think about quite a bit. I usually live on my own, and my sister has come to stay during this coronavirus. And actually, I find it quite hard living with somebody because it's been a while that I've been on my own. And I have to remember that I need to show her kindness in letting her use what she wants to use, go around the house and be where she wants to be, and have to be really thoughtful with the fact that I'm allowing her and giving her that space that she needs as well, because it's hard for her. So we're both constantly having to think differently and work out how to be kind to one another. I think about my neighbours and my mum and dad who I don't get to see so much. How can we be kind to those people around us that we see and those that we don't see? But yeah, hopefully you'll enjoy the table talk opportunities, and they'll spring from this story that I'm going to read you. It's a really sweet story, and I think, well, let me show you what it's called. It's called, Have You Filled a Bucket Today? And it says, A Guide to Daily Happiness for Kids. Well, I'm just going to change that a little bit because I've read this book a few times and I really like it. And I don't think it's a guide to daily happiness for kids. I think it's a guide to daily happiness for everybody, because I think this book can apply to you if you're 4 years old or 3 years old up to 103. It's a really lovely book, and I hope you enjoy reading it and that it inspires you to have some great conversations about how to fill your bucket and other people's buckets up. Have you filled a bucket today? All day long, everyone in the whole wide world walks around carrying an invisible bucket. You can't see it, but it's there. You have a bucket. Each member of your family has a bucket. Your grandparents, your friends, and even your neighbours all have buckets. Everyone carries an invisible bucket. Your bucket has one purpose only. Its purpose is to hold your good thoughts and good feelings about yourself. You feel happy and good when your bucket is full, and you feel sad and lonely when your bucket is empty. Other people feel the same way too. They're happy when their buckets are full, and they're sad when their buckets are empty. It's great to have full buckets, and this is how it works. Other people can fill your bucket and you can fill theirs. You can fill your own bucket too. So, how do you fill a bucket? You fill a bucket when you show love to someone, when you say or do something kind, or even when you give someone a smile. That's being a bucket filler. A bucket filler is a loving, caring person who says and does nice things to make others feel special. When you treat others with kindness and respect, you fill their bucket. But you can also dip into a bucket and take out some good feelings. You dip into a bucket when you make fun of someone, when you say or you do mean things, or even if you ignore someone. That's bucket dipping. Bullying is bucket dipping. When you hurt others, you dip into their bucket. You will dip into your own bucket too. Many people who dip have an empty bucket. They may think they can fill their own bucket by dipping into somebody else's, but it'll never work. You never fill your own bucket when you dip into somebody else's. But guess what? When you fill someone's bucket, you fill your own bucket too. Oh, you feel good when you help others feel good. All day long, we are either filling up or dipping into each other's buckets by what we say and what we do. Try to fill a bucket, fill it, and see what happens. You love your mum, your dad, or your nan, or your carer. Why not tell them you love them? You can even tell them why. Your caring words will fill their buckets with joy. Watch for smiles to light up their faces. You will feel like smiling too. A smile is a good clue that you have filled a bucket. If you practice, you'll become a great bucket filler. Just remember that everyone carries an invisible bucket, and think of what you can say or what you can do to fill it. Here are some ideas for you. They're not so in line with coronavirus and social distancing at the moment, but we'll let it go. You could smile and say hi to the bus driver. He has a bucket too. You can invite the new kid at school to play with you. You could write a thank you note, perhaps to your teacher. You could tell your grandpa that you like spending time with him. There are many ways to fill a bucket, even during coronavirus. Bucket filling is fun and easy to do. It doesn't matter how young or how old you are. It doesn't cost money. It doesn't take much time. And remember, when you fill someone else's bucket, you fill your bucket too. When you're a bucket filler, you make your home, your school, and your neighbourhood better places for all. Bucket filling makes everyone feel good. So, why not decide to be a bucket filler today and every day? Just start each day by saying to yourself, I'm going to do something to fill someone's bucket today. And then at the end of the day, ask yourself, did I fill a bucket today? Yes, I did. That's the life of a bucket filler. And that's